Hi, welcome to Jungle Bay. I'm Sam Raphael. I just wanted to kind of chat with you for a quick second. I know this is a very difficult time for most of us. We're dealing with a global pandemic, and in the hospitality sector, most of us are trying to figure our way out of this and what do we do down the road. So we're here at Jungle Bay. I just wanted to kind of do a little video just to walk through. The industry is down in the Caribbean right now, but we're looking forward to, getting back on stream whenever this is over. In the meantime, however, we have a lot of inspiring things that we can do. And I just wanted to kind of show you around the property and let you know what we have in store for you as your sanctuary. So when this is over, you can come and let your stress go and enjoy nature, enjoy adventure, enjoy hiking, enjoy the many, many things that this beautiful island, Dominica, has to offer, and certainly Jungle Bay has to offer. I'll kind of take you for a walk around the property and let you see mostly the landscaping, which is the exciting thing going on right now as far as I'm concerned. Seeing how the plants have started to come up. We've got lots of interesting things, as you can see. We've got all types of ornamental plants. In our landscape, we've incorporated a lot of fruits and foods and things like that. So I'd like to take you to see that. Also, we'll see some of the buildings and how they've tied in, because we've tried to develop it in a way where it kind of blends in with the environment. So you're gonna go for a walk around with me. I'll probably first take you to one of the villas, and then we'll probably walk through the pool. But then the most important thing, I want you to see some of the gardens and some of the walks and how we've integrated the landscape, especially with the agricultural things that we've done. And I'll kind of explain some things as to what we're trying to do. So come, let's walk around and see what we're doing in Jungle Bay. Okay, we've got several villas in the background, as you can see. And again, the landscape is, all around. These are banana plants, and they are ubiquitous all over the property. They're easy to grow. They grow quickly, and that's why I use them for landscaping, because we don't have to bring in plants. You plant them, and in a very short period of time, you've got nice dense foliage. You've got a lot of other things around. Right here, this is a guava tree, and we've got a number of guava trees in between. We've got coconuts. We've got probably 150 to 200 coconut trees. There's another guava tree. We've got pomegranates. This little tree here is a pomegranate tree. We've got some flowers there, and they're all over the property. This is a gooseberry. You may not be familiar with this one, but it's known to make great jams and juices and ice cream. It has a kind of sour taste, but it's an excellent fruit. And this is all, by the way, on the footpath going to the villas. This is how we've landscaped. This is the type of cherry tree. We've got probably 3 different tropical cherry trees on the property. And here again is our dear friend, the bananas, and they are like all over the place. Here is another type of cherry tree. We've gotten the ornamentals, the hibiscus. Again, here another gooseberry tree. This particular tree is interesting. It's called the Guava cherry, and it's like a cross between the guava tree and the cherry tree. It has very interesting fruits. It's just blossoming right now, so we got some small ones. It's going to be in bloom pretty soon. And here, it's interesting, we see the papayas. This one is producing quite a few papayas here. Some of them are getting ripe, so we're gonna end up having to pick these. They've been picking them already. These are the like yellow ones on the bottom. Pretty good size papayas. And it's all on the walk to your villa. So you see the ornamental plants. These are ginger lilies, and we've got heliconias growing in between. We're gonna walk into this villa, and you'll see what the inside of a villa. And in Dominica, they say if you just put a stick in the ground, it'll start growing. So that's what we did. So we're getting into one of the villas again. So we're walking through here. These are very tastefully done. You've got mostly tropical hardwood, including the hardwood floors, furniture, mostly bamboo. They all have nice porches, and when you come through the porch, you've got beautiful view of the ocean. That's Scott's Head, the southernmost tip of Dominica, a beautiful village. And Scott's Head is viewed from almost anywhere on the property. And so here you can kind of pan. You've got a village of Ylangylang up there. It's just a beautiful, beautiful background. Good place to hang out in the afternoon and catch a nice sunset. I'll walk through the bathroom so you can see a little more. I'm sure you're looking at all the furnishings, and just a quick scan of the shower area here. You know, and got a nice rain shower here. I'm not going to go into it, but you open everything up, and you're in nature, and you're enjoying your shower and your bath in nature. It's a pretty large property. So we've got 2 restaurants, 2 pools. We've got the first phase, which is open now, and the second phase. So we're still working on parts of the second phase. We have a lot going on. This is our first restaurant we're going to go into. This is our general reception area. Again, everything is, you see the landscape here. We've got the bamboo, which is the last barricade we have. Then we have the ginger lilies here. And then we have these very beautiful small birds of paradise. And interestingly, all of these plants were taken from Dominica and just transplanted here. It's a landscaper's dream, and that's actually my favorite part of doing a development project. It's the landscaping. I don't mind having other people do, you know, the other parts, but I just love doing it. We've got the ferns. We just pulled these from the forest, planted them here, and now look how beautiful they look. You know, and all these different ornamental trees. We've got the peace lilies and just things that don't require a lot of sunlight. And this is our reception area here, and our gift shop. And here we've got Peggy, who's sitting. Hi, Peggy. Hi. I'm just doing a quick video. Take care. Have a nice day. And just more outdoor space. This is the walk to our conference center. It's below this building. And again, everything is just integrated in the landscape in between. And this is the restaurant which we're going to enter into right now. It's an open space restaurant. We've got a private dining area behind this partition. And it's great seating. We host a nice group. And this is our main international restaurant. The other restaurant focus on more local vegetarian cuisine. This has an international theme. And again, as I suggested earlier, it has the ubiquitous view, the infinity pool of Scott's Head. You can't beat this. This is certainly the most fantastic view almost anywhere you can imagine. And so imagine sitting out here and catching a day just, you know, where it looks like the pool continues to the ocean, and you've got the southernmost point of the island. Yeah, so next we're going to take a look at the rest of the property. We've got a banana field. We're going to walk through that, and we're going to see interesting goodies between there in terms of the landscaping. I want to share a little surprise there. What's going on? Behind that, we've got the yoga studios. We've got 2 yoga studios, 2 of the largest yoga studios in the Caribbean, plus our health spa, which is further back. Those are very interesting and very much a part of Jungle Bay and part of the experience that you'll enjoy when you come to Jungle Bay. So we're going to take a little shortcut down the path going to the conference area, but we're not going to go there. We're going to cut across. I want to show you the pineapples we have growing. Then we're going to jump over our water course, which is important in development, is the water flow. And then we're going to go over in the banana area, which is what I promised to take you to. Again, here we've got just a lot of just interesting ornamental plants. You know, this is it has a white flower, interesting smell. Like, I don't know the exact name. It's sort of along the ginger lily family. Again, our bamboos. We've got the pawpaw plants. this looks like, you know, edible food in Dominica. It looks like a tanya, but it's ornamental. Some pineapples and things growing here, but they're really replacing the grass. Eventually this area will be grass, so they're not going to be as productive, but they're really designed for landscape, even though they're going to provide some food. This is a sorrel plant. It's a petal that's used to, you open it up, it's synonymous to Christmas time in the Caribbean, and you make a very delicious red drink out of it. It's sorrel and ginger beer. So we kind of just stuck it in between, and we've got a few harvests from the sorrel. Right here we've got a young soursop plant. I'll show you some more soursop plants as we go to the area right far. But here it's just lots of pineapple, and integrated between the pineapples, I'll show you over there, that's what they call a bay leaf from a bay tree. So we've got some bay trees in between. They get to be pretty big trees, and so it's sort of a spice garden. And also, in addition to the bay trees, we've got, I'll show you a really nice one, some cinnamon. We've got lots of cinnamon trees planted in between. So that's the cinnamon there. This is another cinnamon. That's the cinnamon there. This is a really nice, good sized one. So they're kind of just stuck in between. They're eventually going to get to be big trees. And so, you know, this is sort of what this is. This will be a spice zone with big trees. It's near the entrance. But as an interim sort of filler, we've put the pineapple, which will probably be here for maybe 3 to 4 years, maybe 3 to 5 years. By that time, the trees will be big. We can remove the pineapple, and all you have is the spices. Yeah, see, I didn't lie to you. This is one of the beautiful young pineapples coming up. There it is. That's how the pineapples grow. They don't grow in big trees. They grow on the ground, and eventually, this summer, we'll have a lot of pineapples going all the way down to the main entrance of Jungle Bay. Again, this is the entryway, by the way, to Jungle Bay. And you know, there's a little drizzle, mist, and this is the rainforest island. So you get mist every now and then in Dominica. Beautiful, cools things down a little. Beautiful bird of paradise plant, but I really wanted to show you this. And this is called the Moringa. The Moringa is an African plant that is very nutritional. It produces a lot of oxygen, and it's the tree of life as it's known. You can eat the leaves like a salad. You can eat the flower. Actually, the flowers have a nice taste to it. Everything on the fruit is nutritious, the roots and everything. And these trees were planted in conjunction with a local agro producer. He takes the extract. So all the Moringa trees, we've got a couple hundred of them here, are owned by this guy. And he prunes them. He needs to top this one off pretty soon. So he harvests the leaves, and then he processes it and makes a Moringa extract that we sell in the gift shop as a nutritional extract. They use it to make soap, and they infuse so many things with the Moringa. So this is just an example of our integration, again, with the local agro producers in the area, and that's one of their Moringa trees. But on this side, that's where we have the bananas and other things. So the bananas, if you look up, you see them producing. These are pretty small. They got bigger ones there. And all the trees, all the clusters are producing either bananas or plantains. I'll tell you a little about the banana and the plantain in a little while. But there are many interesting things hidden beneath the bananas. And one of them is the calabash. And this is a calabash, or we call it a goby. And we've got several of them on the property. They get to big and round sometimes, or they get long. The longer ones we use to make maracas, you know, for the carnival band. And the big ones we scoop out and we make bowls for salads and things like that. So the bananas, again, are ubiquitous. They're easy to grow, and the landscaping concept is to plant bananas to get instant foliage. So these bananas were all planted less than a year ago, and now they're producing. You've got a lot of things here, but what I really wanted to do is to develop a citrus farm. And so under the bananas, we've got a lot of mostly citrus trees growing. We have some additional things. We've got Durian, some Durian plants growing in between. And we've got breadfruit and a number of other things. So eventually, when we start culling the bananas and the plantains, we'll have all these oranges and grapefruits. And here is one oranges, grapefruit, lemons. We've got about 30 of these plants underneath the bananas in between. And this is a nice, healthy looking one. I'll just walk through these with you quickly. All of the citrus growing this is a citrus garden, and it's kind of shaded by the bananas, who will eventually be removed in a few years when these trees get big enough to start producing. So what we've done is we've created instant ground covering and instant landscaping. We've created fruits and food that you can eat and share with the staff, etc. We even have enough actually to export if we really wanted to, and still at the same time create a shaded area for the growth of our citrus farm. I want to show you some and talk about the banana, which is an interesting seed. Here's our citrus also, and we've got some bunches of the bananas that are almost ready for harvest. This one here is, almost ready to, I think a bird got into this one, but this is how they grow. The banana actually fed many people in Dominica for many, many years. We were one of the major producers of bananas in the world until we, due to international trade rules, we lost the banana trade. But this island, this soil is fertile and ideal for bananas. You can produce a banana tree like this in about 9 to 10 months. These trees are grown with no fertilizer. It's all natural, organic, cut and let it grow. And after you harvest the banana, you cut the tree down and you let the little ones, we call the little suckers, continue to grow, and they produce bananas. So it's something that's continuous. It's not seasonal. So every 2 weeks or so, you can always harvest your bananas. You just go through and chop them down, and then you can transplant a lot of the small ones. Some of the bunches I'll show you, like this one here, we've got a lot of plants. You don't want to have too many small plants growing in the banana bunch because it takes up the nutrients. So in this area, you probably want to remove some of these and transplant them to another area, which is what we're planning to do, to transplant some of these into phase 2. So this just kind of gives you a quick idea of what we're doing in this area. It's about almost an acre section of the entryway. Now, got a beautiful coconut. Fantastic. Nothing like a refreshing coconut. So I've just drank the water from the coconut, and a lot of people don't know this is tasty meat from the coconut. That's what you don't get when you buy it in the grocery store. And you carve that out and eat it, and that gives you nutrition to carry on, and that's what I'm going to do to carry on with the rest of the video. And this is an avocado tree. No need for explanation. It's in about a year's time, it should be a pretty big tree, and within 2 years we should be getting avocado fruit from it. This is a cacao tree, or the chocolate pod tree. They usually grow better in cooler areas, but this one is sending out some new buds, so hopefully this one will do well. But we've got quite a few planted at Jungle Bay, and hopefully we can make our own chocolate. This is a juvenile custard apple tree. I introduced you, I think, to the sugar apple and to the soursop. It's generally from the same family. It has a nice tasty fruit, custardy, so we call it the custard apple. And this is a juvenile fig tree. Its origins come from the Mediterranean area, but it was given to us by a very special friend that lives in a mountain in Dominica, and we planted a very small tree, and now it's growing. Hopefully we'll get a lot of figs from this fig tree. And this is a jackfruit. It is more common in the South Pacific, but we have quite a few of them in Dominica. The fruit gets to be maybe about 40 pounds, and this jackfruit tree, it should produce fruit maybe in about 2 years or so. This is a local lime tree. This estate used to be a lime producing estate, and you can see there's some of the artifacts, some of the ruins from the production of limes on a commercial scale. So in this particular area, we've planted quite a few lime trees, which will serve for interpretation of the history, plus it'll provide much needed lime juice for the kitchen jungle. This is an Ylangylang tree. It's a well-known perfume tree, as it's called. We've got them all over the property, and it's going to provide a wonderful fragrance for Jungle Bay. And it's close to the spa, this one. It's surrounded by some herbs that we call the Paracetemol, or they're like Tylenol. And so this is a fever reducer, a very interesting herb. You can just make general teas out of it. And in here we find just interesting things. This we call the Toloma, and the roots, arrowroot, you get the starch from it, and you can make a cereal out of it, or you can use it to thicken sauces. So you got all kinds of interesting things around here. So now we're going to probably walk over to Dafrica and see what she's doing in the spa, and maybe she can help explain some of the things that she has around the spa. Hi, Dafrica.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Welcome to the bamboo spa.
Thank you so much, Dafrica. I'm just doing a short video on the plants that we have at Jungle Bay, and I need to have some interesting things planted out here. The spa is beautiful. Maybe we can do a special video of the spa at another day. But maybe if you can come out and show us what you've been doing, because folks, Dafrica's been the one that's been doing the planting around the spa area. So show us what you got in terms of your herbal plants and some of your flowers, and go from there.
All right, many of the clients like a herbal tea or a herbally infused water after the massage. So we do grow quite a few local plants, local herbs that are beneficial after a massage. A few of them are peppermint for someone who would like to be more refreshed or would like a stimulating massage. We do have aloe as well, which we utilize in our facials. There are quite a few moringa trees around the property. We also have a lot of lemongrass, and basil are two of our clients' favorite combination.
But you've got some other stuff here. I saw patchouli when we came in earlier.
Yes, we do. We have jasmine and
yeah, that's a beautiful jasmine plant right there. The fragrance is quite nice, and you've got patchouli. This is just one of the small plants.
This is just one of
Dafrica's got these all over the
patches.
places, but this is the patchouli plant there.
Right.
And then on the perimeter, I saw. You have one of the best views, huh?
I do. Everyone says that.
Yeah. So what is this one?
This is Lithia alba, and this, along with basil and lemongrass, is one of our combinations in our herbal water after a massage. And this plant is beneficial for mental clarity, relaxation, keeping you calm, and it has a really, really nice fragrance or flavor that our clients really appreciate.
Mental clarity. I'm going to come and get some of this tea. I need it for mental. But you've got some nice, your ginger lilies are coming up.
Yes, they
I
are.
see a lot of planted here. So we were looking forward, maybe, by the end of this year, we should have, this should be blooming.
Absolutely.
And I know you've got a lot of stuff in the garden in the back too that you have planting. So Dafrica has been a key person with our landscaping to help us with that, in addition to the spa. Thank you so much, Dafrica.
My pleasure.
And this is a sapodilla tree or chapote tree. It has this particular one. It has a small brown fruit, very sweet on the inside, super sweet, very delicious. It's a healthy addition to our fruit selection in Jungle Bay. And this is a mature soursop tree. I talked about it earlier in the video. I've got a ripe one here. I'll just open it up so you can see what it is. The leaves are used to make tea. So it's a great tea if you're congested or if you suffer from insomnia. And the white meaty fruit from this is absolutely delicious. I'm just going to show you how to eat it. Mmm. Mmm. And this one is very sweet. So we have a lot of these, what we call it soursop, but this is sweet, so we call it sweet sop trees on the property. And it's great for juice, for ice cream, almost anything. It's a fantastic fruit. These are stalks of sugarcane, which we've planted literally all over the property. This was the source of sugar, or it is the source of brown sugar. It's crushed, and that's how you get the granulated brown sugar. But as this gets a little older, maybe in a few weeks or so, you just break it and you can just munch it as a snack, and it's a great snack to just get your energy back up as you traverse through the property. So we've got quite a few of these planted all over Jungle Bay. Yeah, this is a juvenile wax apple tree that we recently planted in Dominica. We refer to it as a pomerac apple. It has red fruit. It's very tasty, very crunchy. It's going to get to be a pretty big tree in the not too distant future. Hey, there's a little West Indian cherry tree. It looks like it's loaded. This is fantastic. We have several of these all over the property. So this is my little cherry break here. Everyone is familiar with the product of this tree. You may not recognize it right away, but this is a cashew tree, cashew nuts. So cashew nuts come from the plum that you see on this tree, and you twirl and you can remove the nut and open this, and every single cashew you've eaten comes from a nut like this. So whenever you have cashews, you have to appreciate it, because it takes a lot of work preparing a cashew. I'll bring it up close so you can see what it is. And actually this plum, the birds are having their way with this, because hey, that's what it's all about. But the plum you can eat off the cashew. You can just it's a delicious meaty fruit. But in most cases people don't eat the plums because they're so plentiful, and they just go for the cashew nuts. So this is a bit of trivia. You get lots of these, and what I've showed you today is just a small sample of what we have at Jungle Bay. We've got all types of fruits that grow in the tropics. So you know, when you come to Jungle Bay, you'll get to see, taste, and enjoy and appreciate many of these exotic fruits. Thank you for joining me on a botanical walk through Jungle Bay. We got to see a lot of the landscape, a lot of the themes. You learned a lot of the plants, especially the fruit trees that we planted on this magnificent property. It's really exciting to do, and it's exciting for me to be able to show you, our friends and guests, what we've been doing at Jungle Bay. As when I started the video, I touched on, you know, the difficult time that some of us are going through right now with the global pandemic, and finding ways to engage in nature and things like that. And that's what we're doing at Jungle Bay. So we're getting this place ready for you. So as soon as this thing is over, we hope that you come out here and explore like I've been doing, and see some of the other activities on the island. We've got great waterfalls, great hiking, great ocean activities, kayaking, snorkeling, scuba diving, great yoga, wellness, the teas, so many natural things that will be very useful as we rejuvenate after this very difficult period. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.